The Foothill Gold Line light rail line runs along the foothills of the San Gabriel Valley and is part of the expanding network of rail lines being built throughout Los Angeles County. The line is being built in phases by the Foothill Gold Line Construction Authority, an independent transportation planning and construction agency put in place in the late 1990s to build the line. Phase 1 between Union Station and Pasadena opened for passenger service in 2003, and the second phase from Pasadena to Azusa opened in March 2016. A third phase from Glendora to Montclair is currently undergoing advanced engineering as construction funding is sought. The Glendora to Montclair phase of the Foothill Gold Line is a 12-mile, 6-station extension of the line with future stations in Glendora, San Dimas, Verne, Pomona, Claremont, and Montclair. Each station is being designed to integrate seamlessly into the surrounding community, and each will include unique artwork created by a city-selected station artist. Public art is an essential element of the Construction Authority's project planning. Station artists are selected early in the planning process so their concepts can be fully integrated into each station's design. Art can also be found in other project elements, like the Gold Line Bridge over the 210 freeway in Arcadia and at the Operations Campus in Monrovia. As planning moves forward for the Foothill Gold Line from Glendora to Montclair, public art will continue to play an important role. This video will introduce you to each of the selected public artists for the Glendora to Montclair phase and what they are planning for the artwork at their future station. 5 artists and 1 artist team were selected for the Glendora to Montclair phase. Each was selected by their station city through a competitive national artist search. Each is working with a city-appointed station design and art review committee to develop the art plan for the station. Michael Hillman is the selected artist for the Glendora station.
So this is a paper model of the dimensions of the proposed columns for the Glendora station. There's going to be 8 of them. This is one that will represent the bougainvillea. So it's going to be basically 8 feet tall and about 5 feet in circumference. This references maybe the orange, and the orange and blue zigzag represents the Gabrielino Indians. This is a sample of the glass that we'll be using. This is a sample here of that column over there that we already showed you, and it may sit on a platform that might serve as a bench. And each of the 8 columns will have a different design that will relate sort of stylistically with each other. The Brodia filifolia, which is an endangered flower that's found in Glendora. The Morton fig tree, which is the largest fig tree in California. And then a representation of water that references Rainbird, which was started in Glendora about 100 years ago. Right now, it's just a simple idea of what might be on the columns, but as we progress, things might change. One other concept that was brought to my attention through the SDAR committee, which is the Station Design and Review Committee, was the idea of how important the plaid or the Glendora plaid is to the community and how important that is to the band, the high school. And so on the platform, we're going to use the pavers in a tartan plaid that is representative of Glendora.
Eugene Daub and Ann Olson Daub are the artist team for the San Dimas station.
The more I looked at the map, and we saw how the city was nestled between all the mountains and Benelli Park, we thought the walking stick was a wonderful representative of the area because of walking and hiking and things that people of all ages could do. And they come in so many varieties, and they're very personal. They would have unique tops that make references to either an equestrian center or a dog shelter. And to make them interesting, it's always better to get something out of scale, above scale. So this would be 1.5 life size. So you'd really be able to see the grain and whatever carving of an object or animal would be seen. And also people would be able to just sort of interact with it. They could kind of lean on it and rest on it while they're waiting for the train.
So I think the walking sticks can have so much information in them. So I think that gives it a real good sense of play and for people to have a good time thinking about.
And then there's also the paw prints
on
the platform, which again pulls in the nature along with the walking sticks. This is something you'd happen to see, so if you're commuting, you might see on the platform that there's other creatures that are also going about their daily business of getting from one place to the other.
Blue McWright is the selected artist for the Verne station.
The idea of connectivity is central to the artwork that I'm proposing. Connections between the three communities that are going to be using the station: Town of Verne, the University of Verne, and the Pomona Fairplex. Each of those communities has their own distinct identity, but because they all come together at the station and use the station, I wanted to focus on what they have in common. So I'm proposing a group of 3 sculptures that are identical, but they're oriented in different directions, which means that each sculpture points to the heart of the community that it represents. The frameworks of the sculpture reference the old orchard ladder that was in use in all the citrus groves. Really beautiful curving shape. And it has infill panels that are zigzag pattern, repeating zigzag pattern, which is an ancient symbol of water. And that symbol is found on the Weymouth Building tower, executed in ceramic tile. The Colorado River Aqueduct was located in Verne and is still here today and is still in active use today. And that is the Metropolitan Water District Weymouth Water Treatment Plant. This beautiful Beaux-Arts Mission Revival building. And it's a major, major landmark for this area. I wanted to reference that and bring that into my contemporary artwork as a way of honoring the fundamental importance of water to the city of Verne.
Stephen Farley is the selected artist for the Pomona station.
It's such a diverse community. There's a great history, and there's so many different types of people who live here and who work here. And there is a real commitment to wanting to dialogue among each other and to really acknowledge and recognize and respect everyone mutually, no matter how different they may seem from each other. The central part of the project is a series of portraits of people from Pomona, of famous and not famous at all. That is going to be around the railings of the station. There's going to be 48 people, and they're paired with phrases. And those phrases are in the form of the name of the person, taught me the importance of, and a certain thing, such as Yosuke taught me the importance of love. Those phrases and the people are going to be nominated by people who are from Pomona about someone who changed their life in some way. So that really dives deeply into the personal in people's lives. I want to talk also about this one. There's a canopy here that shades the vending area, that celebrates the fun zone of the LA County Fair, which is something I went to every fall when I was a kid. And on the arch, there's the word Pomona spelled out with the letters coming from a different emblematic sign from Pomona. Like that P is from Pollock's Flowers, the M is from the Fox Theater in Pomona.
Joyce Cole is the selected artist for the Claremont station.
There are so many people thinking out of the box, all these different colleges and so many people working in so many different fields. So I worked on a sculpture that would play with the idea of the box and all the languages that are spoken in Claremont. They're going to be beveled images that catch the light coming from the side of the LEDs. Part of the idea is kind of a play between 2D and 3D. So even though it's a flat panel, we've taken these letters at angles so it looks like it's going back in space. It's going to be between 16 and 18 feet tall. It's going to be big. And so it'll be kind of a beacon to show you how to get to the metro. And they were also very specific of wanting something that was both contemporary as well as historic. And so that was where I got the idea of getting the communication students to interview people in different fields in Claremont. These are tile samples. I want to give just a glimpse of what these people are about. And then you see most of these tiles have a QR code, and that we would include those so that people with their phones could use their QR code and find out information. So if you're waiting on the platform, for example, you would say, well, this person looks interesting, and you'd use your phone to watch the video that the students had made. You can see that we've included scientists, and we've included Claudia Rankin, a writer. Then the tiles will go on the canopy column bases or possibly on the railings.
Ruth Ann Anderson is the selected artist for the Montclair station.
The Montclair station is either the beginning or the end of the line. And metaphorically, that's either the beginning of a journey or the ending of a journey, and that appealed to me. My concept is to tell stories, tell the stories of Montclair from a very personal perspective. And I'm doing that through these panels that will be printed in glass with melted glass. I've gotten to interview Mr. von Varka, who is one of the city founding fathers, Mayor Eaton, and the principal of the high school. It's been really exciting to get these personal stories, because I believe that the personal is political, and that when we bring the personal forth, that we get to understand better what this community is about. I have 2 towers on the platform, and on the west side is a bronze sculpture of a kid looking out, either waiting for a train or watching a train leave. In the center of my platform, in just changing of colors of the pavers, I have a compass, the northeast, southwest. Again, that concept of either beginning or ending a journey.
Over the next year, the station artists will continue refining their station art concepts. To stay updated on the progress of the Glendora to Montclair segment and the art, or to watch other videos about the Foothill Gold Line project, visit www.foothillgoldline.org. You can also stay connected by following the Foothill Gold Line on Facebook, Twitter, and the iwillride.org blog.